birthday.
Hi.
So we're going to make her birthday cake. I'm assisting her to make her own cake.
We're making a white cake from scratch, and then I'm going to make buttercream icing with coconut on it tomorrow morning. So,
because we're going to have our lunch.
Yeah. So, what this is these are 6 egg whites at room temperature, a cup of milk at room temperature, and we're gonna and then we have a very fragrant almond going on. So we're gonna combine these two together, and then we'll add the extracts, what's left of it.
So if you're fussy like we are, it's good to leave the tops on things until it's absolutely time to measure them. You will notice I typically do that because, like you've seen, I come by it.
Well, I was trying to speed up time. Alright, so then it's a teaspoon of almond extract, and that's pretty common in white cakes. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract, which we know pretty much goes in everything.
True.
Like I said, we're going to have a really good smelling kitchen for a while. So you mix all that together in a medium-sized bowl. Just takes a second. So then in a large bowl, we're going to combine our dry ingredients, which are 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 1/4 cups of cake flour. Now that's different from regular flour, so you have to make sure you get cake flour.
And if you have regular flour with regular flour, it's usually a little bit different, and you add potentially more baking powder and something like, not cream and tartar, but something that reminds me of cream and tartar.
I'm just saying, go to the store and get some cake flour.
It won't kill you.
And then 1 3/4 cups sugar and 1 teaspoon of salt. So I'm not going to use the mixers because they're wet. So I'll just.
Do you want to whisk?
I'll just whisk those together. And then you get 3/4 cup butter, which a stick is half a cup, and then another half.
So 1 1/2 stick is 3/4 cup.
And then you cut it into cubes like this, and then we're going to put it in there. And with a, I don't know what you call it.
That's actually an herb cutter. That's clean.
I don't have anything else.
It works.
So what you do is you put it in. You should have one of those things you just push down.
Oh, like a masher.
No, it looks like this.
Okay.
But anyway, you're supposed to cut the butter into this. Of course, this is a plastic bowl I've got here.
It's okay.
Until they're all about pea size. So this will take a minute. Of course, the recipe said you could also use a pastry beater on your electric, but
things more fancier than we are.
But I like to do it like this because it gets it really good. And I don't know what you call these things, although this is an herb cutter. The one that does the butter. I have one, but it's packed away, of course, in storage. And you just press it down until your butter's all cut to the size you want. And like I said, little pea. This is getting all stuck in here. I don't know how to get this out.
Oh, okay.
the knife.
Yeah.
So this is going to take a few minutes.
And in the meantime, the oven is preheated to 350 degrees.
And we have greased and floured 9-inch cake pans. And I put wax paper. What I did was spray them with Pam, and then I put the wax paper in. I spray on top of that, and then I used cake flour, since that's what I'm using in the recipe, to flour it and on top of the wax paper itself, and that way it should pull off easier.
Yeah.
And this is a real little workout here. You're getting your butter done.
It's your birthday.
Yeah, working on your biceps and you're making your hands strong. Or, in my case, just tired.
You can tap me in if you need to.
Okay. I like doing, I don't ever really cook or bake that much right now, so I'm happy to do it.
And it's fun to make your own birthday cake. I'll be doing that next week. And then we'll see what Sean wants for his birthday.
We're lucky. Connor just usually likes cheesecake that we buy at the store.
My brother, yeah. Although now we know how to make it.
Yeah, but that's pretty involved.
And he's not going to come in town for his birthday.
No, he'll be in Arizona with his dad for his birthday. No, he won't. No, he won't. Not this year. Yeah. Get some of this butter out. Did these wheels move?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't have any instrument, attached to your electric mixer, or you don't have a device like this, you can just take a knife or fork and do it. It'll be a lot longer and more tedious, but it'll be worth it. You'll like the cake.
It is. It's nice to have from scratch instead of just box. But if you do box, you can also doctor the box mix. That's actually what we'll do next week for mine. It's a doctored
from scratch.
Yeah.
It's from scratch using a cake mix.
That's really it. Like, cake mix really just acts the way cake flour and sugar would. That's really all it's for.
So, if you just want to get a box cake because you don't have time, you can always add flavor into it, like a teaspoon of almond or a teaspoon of lemon, just whatever it is that you want.
Yeah, just to enhance that flavor a little bit. Sometimes adding extra jello mix can kind of help with moisture and flavor too if you doctor a cake mix.
I think we're actually going to use our hands here in a second. I think we've cut as much as we can, and now we'll just do it the way Mima would do it, and just with her fingers. So we'll just see these, you just kind of crumble it until it's kind of like playing with sand. Just keep crumbling it until it's what you do when you're making bread too. But you need to get them down to smaller sizes than what we've got right now.
Give there some in you?
No, I'm fine, thanks. Making it from scratch takes a little longer, but it's kind of therapeutic too. And it's really cool to see the end product and know that you made that.
Yeah.
So it's fun in that way.
Yeah. That's what we hope you guys do with the Cooking with Kaitlin videos. Or the really simple ones.
And if you mess up, who cares?
Exactly.
You just figure it out and
Lord
doctor
knows
it.
you watched me mess up.
One time, my mother, and she baked a lot, and she was a better baker than probably a cook, because she didn't experiment that much in cooking, because, well, she had to feed my father.
He's picky.
And he's just meat and potatoes, that's it. So
he would in fact tell us that we did not want to eat. You don't want that.
yeah, the one rule we had is that Daddy didn't eat it, you didn't have to either. So I grew up not eating a whole lot of vegetables, although Daddy did eat more vegetables than me. But anyway, so one time Mom was making a cake, take some at church or something. When she took it out, it just split down the middle and fell apart. So instead of trashing it and starting over, she just got a lot of icing and put icing in the crack and covered it up. So, you know.
And people said it was one of the best cakes they'd ever.
So, you know, you make it work. It's like Tim Gunn says, it's a working moment.
Yep.
Make it work. All right, so I think we're pretty much done with that. And get it all off of my hands so we got more in the pans.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to add the wet ingredients. We're going to beat on low just until it's all combined. Not overbeat it, not, you know, overly smooth, but just until it's all combined. Now, way to make it all smooth because you've got those chunks of butter in it.
But it'll all kind of melt.
But they'll melt and make it really moist. And, yeah, I lost my train of thought. But anyway. And the egg whites, it's just egg whites, and that should help fluff it up too.
Yeah.
So, did we show them putting them in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna got an abundance of caution getting everything out of my way. And we'll pour them evenly. If you can give me a spatula, please.
Yes.
Into the pans. And it's a little crumbly in there, but
It'll taste delicious.
It'll all melt in and mix in and it's crumb-delicious. Yes, we put all the birthday candles on there, so there'll be 61 candles on there.
Yes, there will.
Last year, the smoke alarms went off when we lit my candles, and yeah, it was pretty hilarious. We had a house full of people here for my party, and so yeah, it was pretty funny.
Some of our viewers even, those who were there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Liz and Amanda were here, weren't they?
And Care?
Karen, I think so. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
I'm almost positive she was able to come.
Now, before I put them in the oven, whatever cake I might be doing, you always take it and you beat it a little bit. Get the air bubbles out. Doesn't have to be anything hard, just that way it's not all, holes in the cake. Alright, so we're going to put them in here for 23 to 25 minutes, and then we'll see what we got.
And then today we'll just let them cool, and tomorrow we will make the frosting, frost them, and put the shredded coconut on them. Alright, check back later. Look, they've come out. Dee has tested them to make sure they're cooked all the way through, and they are. So now they will cool off for almost a solid day before we make the frosting and ice them. So we'll check back later.
Good morning. We're going to make buttercream frosting, and then we're going to put frozen coconut on it that has been thawed out. Then yes, there are like 3 packets of candles that have to go on my birthday cake. And I lost my train of thought. So before we did anything, I took, I had to thaw out the coconut, but then you have to, once it's thawed out, you need to take paper towels and squeeze it to try and get as much moisture out of it as you can. So the first thing we're going to do is cream the butter. It's 2 sticks. And then we're going to add the powdered sugar. And then, whoops, I want to stay up. Then it's supposed to be, if you buy boxes of powdered sugar, it's just 1 box, but we have 1 big bag, so it's going to be half this bag.
Yeah, the other half will be used for the frosting when
It's a pound is what it says, so you would have to put it on a weight.
Well, it's also just 60 ounces. Like the 2-cup measure.
We can do that. Is the so it's 16 ounces of it. So we're going to add that, and you don't want to start out going too fast because the powdered sugar will go everywhere. Every time you add some in, make sure you reduce the speed of your beater, because like I said, it'll fly up your nose, and then you sneeze. Get all over the kitchen, make it all sticky. And once it gets all incorporated, then you turn up your speed and cream it. We're going to add some milk and vanilla to it.
Yeah, it's pretty traditional buttercream. Buttercream with chocolate, that's people make strawberry, a little more tart and a little less on the wet vanilla.
The back of the package for this says add shortening. That is another way to do it too, but we can always just use butter for all of it. There are different ways. Shortening is professionally. Alright, so it's a teaspoon of vanilla. see, I think it's 2 to 3 of the milk tablespoons on the back of the.
Yeah.
2 to 3
tablespoons.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and we're going to add 2 tablespoons of milk to start with, and then if it needs a little more, we'll add a little more. This just helps to make it more malleable when you're icing the cake. Mix it all to the middle and then beat it again just to make sure. I think this is a good consistency. And we don't want it too runny because, well, you don't want it to start with, but then we're going to put coconut on it and it's going to add moisture to it. So.
I think so. I always wonder that when I make each time that I have way too much icing, and I've actually made myself comfortable in that. Yeah, because otherwise I know I have to like almost twice running. I'm like, oh, that's a lot more frosting.
Yeah. So we made the frosting. There's the top to this.
Right here.
I'm going to get the coconut cake out. I mean, the white cake out. We'll frost it.
I'm going to taste test some just to make sure. You gotta make sure it tastes right.
She did good.
She did good, though.
I'm going to wash my hands because I'm going to use them for the coconut.
Do you want any more frosting?
Alright, so we don't have a proper cake holder that's
Because
plastic.
this needs to be refrigerated. We're not eating it right now.
And also afterwards because it's got the fresh coconut. So, and I always put a little bit of icing on whatever my cake is going on. That way it helps not to slide. Don't want it sliding around. So if you just put some in the middle, and then
The trade so I can watch. Sorry, guys. I'm acting up kind of producer director.
so because then it's flat and the other one's going to have to go up. While the other one has to sit evenly on it.
Yeah.
Knife, please, ma'am.
Better now?
And we're not going to put too much on the middle.
Yeah.
You want to put it all the way around. And if it's better to spread it with something other than what you're throwing it out with, so we don't get crumbs on it.
And it's okay if it's kind of crumbed up. You just do a really thin crumb layer, let it fully solidify, and then do your actual frosting.
Correct.
Since these are set overnight and they're fairly moist, there's really not a period at the moment to be.
Yeah, this, when you use cake flour, it is a different consistency the cake ones that being a little denser, it doesn't really rise. I've used it in 2 or 3 other cakes, and so it's not going to be a very tall cake. So then you just take your coconut and spread it all around. Another thing you could do is if you didn't want coconut, but you wanted a little zing to it, once your frosting hardened it a little bit, you could put a layer of like lemon curd on it or raspberry coulis, something a little, just a little.
Yeah, if you didn't want coconut.
So just a little something you can add to it. This is the cake my dad will always have for his birthday, was coconut cake. We spent many dinners down at the Pier restaurant and worrying people because, of course, we lit all the candles.
Well into the 70s. His 70s. I wasn't alive in those 70s. But maybe I'll be alive in the next round of 70s.
One can only hope.
The Lord willing.
Now we're going to do some more icing.
Yeah.
And I'm not the best icer, I will tell you.
I can help with that.
So. You just want to bring it out to the edge and then kind of go around.
And it's fine to start with a thin layer first and let it harden, even if you're not dealing with a crumb coat, just because then you can go back and kind of make a thicker layer after the fact without worrying about it kind of shifting or anything.
Well, in that way you also know you've got enough icing for the whole cake. But since we're adding coconut to it, it's not as big an issue as far as the amount of icing and also crumbs or anything. And of course, like I said, this cake flour just makes everything really dense, so you don't really have a crumb issue. The side icing is what gets to be a little tricky. Stay on there. Of course, now they have what they call naked cakes, and it's the you don't ice on the side, but
we're gonna ice on it.
Yeah, we don't do that. No naked cakes. Since I have coconut in it, it's gonna do kind of the same thing as crumbs would do. So I'm gonna try and do the bottom layer as much as I can and go in and fill in. Kind of start like that. Now y'all can't see what I'm doing over here, sorry.
Right. Does it look like they can see it? Because I can't see where the camera's going.
There you go. So the problem is our layers are fairly apart. So yes, I'm used to saying that because coconut's just going to get all over it now.
And it's going to get caked all around it at this point too, so. Because it's a coconut cake.
You just have to do a little bit at a time. Spot. So.
And it's a thing that you master the more you do it. So if it's not quite how you thought it looked the first few times, that's really normal. It takes, kind of multiple times learning how to do it.
I probably should have put my top layer upside down like I did my bottom. It might have fit a little bit better.
Yeah, we live and we learn.
Yeah, having ice. Of course, yesterday I went to Frost and got my free birthday cupcake.
Yay, all you Memphians, don't forget to do that on your birthdays.
That's right, you just take your license and show them they give you a free cupcake.
It's delicious.
It sure is. And now comes the trickier part. Here we go.
See, it's just doing that.
Kind of scrape it off on the top and then just kind of
You go around, and then after you do that, you can see if there were any little holes that need extra. That's kind of what you do.
Like I said, most cakes don't. Of course, we have coconut in between. It might be part of why they're kind of separated a little bit.
Are they able to see if I moved it up?
No, you're fine.
Okay. They might just be looking at nothing. Like, what are we watching?
No, it's fine. But you have to be kind of gentle, otherwise you push it all in and you don't get any on the outside. Of course, the more baking shows I watched, a lot of people seem to use, the bags, you put them in and squirt it out.
Yeah.
And then they just go around it with actually a bakery kind of knife.
Yeah.
So
if you have that, but if you're more home chef style, this is what you do.
I find a hard time filling the bags and Of course, some people have the little things that turn them around. Those are cool.
Yeah.
That edge is always bothersome for me, that top edge. Of course, it's going to be covered up by coconut, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, for something like this.
Not taking it.
Yeah. And again, like we talked about earlier about Mima, as long as it tastes good, it's really all anybody ever cares about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put you guys back on your stand.
Going to go around kind of fill in places. hard naked case. Cake. Hope y'all are all having a good weekend.
I know. I hope it's been fun. Not too hot.
You're inside, at least got some air conditioning.
Yeah.
Like my brother and his wife, they live in South Carolina, and they were without their air conditioning for about 4 or 5 days. Their condenser went out.
That is not
pleasant, especially in South Carolina. It's just as humid, more humid there probably.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yes.
Once you come back around the second time, some of this has started to, I wouldn't say harden, it started to set. So sometimes it's a little easier covering up.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you just have to be patient with it and make sure you schedule enough time to do it. You see, putting it together, making the icing wasn't a big deal. You just have to soften the butter, so you need to put your butter out
About an
hour ahead of time at least. It's not going to go bad. People set their butter out all the time. Just leave it. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
So that's our cake. Now we're going to put coconut all around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, I'll just, yeah.
So we're just going to sprinkle it on, then we'll press it in. Like I said, this is frozen. Of course, you can get the kind that's in the can, flaked, and if you want to toast that, you just put it in the oven. I would look it up on Google, but you have to be careful and just watch it like toasting pecans or any kind of nuts.
Yeah, you never go more than that.
Yeah, I mean, you just really need to watch it the whole time.
Yeah, because it goes from toasted to burnt way too fast.
Yeah. So, kind of pat it all in there. I usually have German chocolate cake as my birthday, but Kaitlin brought home frost cupcakes last week, and I had a German chocolate. And I thought, well, I'll just do something different. So we're doing coconut. It's always a crowd pleaser.
True.
Can't have too much coconut.
Yeah.
But you have to pat it in just a little bit so it takes and not loose. Everything that falls down, you just pat it back in there. I guess once this thaws out, you could toast it, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think the kind in the can or a bag flake that's sitting with the baked goods next to the chocolate chips.
Because that's a little more dried out. This has so much moisture.
Yeah, it would burn pretty quickly. So stick with that. So here's our cake.
Bon appetit and happy birthday to Dee.
You can see there are 61 candles we're about to light for this cake, and hoping she doesn't set off the fire alarm again.
Blow it out sooner.
It's happening again. Happy birthday to you. We're not. Okay. Shani.
Sing quick.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Diane.
Happy birthday to you.